Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies. We're sisters who discuss all things related to work, family, and personal growth.
We draw inspiration from everywhere, especially from you, our listeners, to keep moving forward with joy and laughter in the big adventure that is life.
1 week at a time.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of 2, soon to be an empty nester, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a newish mom, and I work in higher ed. In this episode, we share an Outlook strategy and then give an app recommendation.
But first, Malika, I had a moment where I had the opportunity to try a strategy from Happier.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this was from the episode 472, Have a Hard Conversation While Walking. So I had a difficult conversation that I needed to have in my office. And instead of sitting in the regular spot where I always sit, which is directly across from the person I'm talking to, I made the choice to sit in a chair that is next to, like parallel, the person I needed to have the conversation with. And this made it easier. And I thought about what came up from that episode debrief, which is it's easier when both parties can look forward than having to look each other in the eye. It like creates some space a little bit and can make it feel maybe less aggressive or less forward. It takes down the awkwardness. And so that was one of the things that I think was at play. But I think the other thing was just if you want to have a different outcome, then change it up a little bit.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
I don't know that this was a part of their initial debrief, but I think like if maybe you're stuck or you're having a challenge with someone and you need to think differently, then maybe be in a different space. Like just try to have a conversation in a different way. So I think there was a little bit of that at play also.
How did the person respond when you sat next to them?
It's not like right next to them. Like we're not on a couch together. So there's space. I have different kinds of seating in my office. And so there are 2 sort of easy chairs and they're separated by a coffee table and some books and a plant. And so it's just that I usually sit on the couch across from people. And this time I sat in the other chair, which is a perfectly fine place to sit and kind of lean over and have a conversation. But it didn't seem to take away from the conversation at all.
I see.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I won't always. Well, actually, it makes me think maybe I should just mix it up more often because I don't want people to think, oh, she's sitting there. Now something terrible is about to happen.
That's a good point.
I just need to mix it up a little bit. And maybe that'll help with other things, different perspectives,
That's a good point. It's funny, in my office, I have my desk and like office chair. I have a little table. I have a little hard chair, and then I also have an armchair. And I started mixing it up more recently by inviting students to sit in the chair that they want. Like, do you want to sit in the hard chair or the soft chair?
Yes.
And it's amazing that people choose different things. And sometimes people are like, oh, definitely. Oh, I want the soft chair. And like, thank you. And then other times they're like, oh, I want the hard chair.
Yeah.
But it's just nice to know people have options and that you can make your office a flexible space, even if it is small.
This is a whole thing in classrooms right now. There's a strategy of having different kinds of seating options available for students because students need different things. It's the same thing. Adults need different things. So you might want the bouncy chair or the chair that rocks or the chair with the rubber band across the bottom so your feet can like tap a little bit. So why shouldn't we have different options of chairs too?
Yes.
As adults. Yeah, I think that's nice. I think that's kind to offer the guest the place to sit first.
Our first segment is Easy Maker, where we recommend something that's making our lives easier. So Azizi, what has been making your life easier lately?
6's culture. So
what is that?
Yes. This is from Vera, the YouTuber on her channel, Simple Happy Zen. And you may remember her because a few weeks back, I spoke about be the villain in someone else's story. So this is some other wisdom from Vera. And in her episode titled Five Simple and Kind of Weird Dutch Habits to Simplify Your Life, she talked about a strategy that many Dutch students use. And it's the idea that getting a 6 out of 10 is just fine. And in fact, they strive to get a 6 out of 10, which is passing on their tests. So she said typically the exams are out of 10 points. If you get a 6 or even if you get a 5.5, you have passed and you're doing okay. And she says that it's better to get a 6 with no stress than a 7 with no life. And
Ooh,
isn't that something?
that's gonna go on a t-shirt. That's provocative.
So many nuggets. I cannot stop thinking about this. And on so many levels, it was fascinating to me. One, because she talked about how parents talk to their kids about this.
Hmm.
Get a 6 out of 10. It's okay. I want you to have a life. I want you to enjoy life. It's not just about getting everything you can. If you pass, you're going to be fine. And of course, culturally, this is interesting because for Dutch students, if you have gotten 6 out of 10s and you graduate from high school, you get to go to college. So
Mm.
culturally, it's very different. The United States is not set up this way. And so there are many areas where you should not apply the strategy, where we do have to strive. And in fact, that's just a part of our culture is to always strive for excellence, be the best that you can be. But also sometimes there are some areas in your life or there are some moments in your life where you can be average and it's okay. It's okay to be average.
Yeah.
So she says that she tries to remember this, even though she wasn't necessarily this kind of student when she was growing up. She says, there are times when I just know I want to just half ass something and it's okay. So I think about this and I actually had a conversation with my kids about it also and said, sometimes a 6 out of 10 is fine. It's okay because I want them to be able to enjoy life also.
Yeah, I think it's very freeing, and it's a reminder that you don't have to attend to everything. There might be some areas or one subject that you really are passionate about or something, and that's where you want to really go for it. But then there are probably other things that you just need to get through, and that it's okay to get through them.
Yeah. I'm someone who I can tend to fixate on was that the best it could be? And then kind of beat myself up, or I just can't stop thinking about it, about all the places or the ways that it wasn't the best it could be. And that's not helpful either, all the
Yeah.
time. So if it gets the job done, it's absolutely okay. And you can imagine times in your life where either things are just really stressful or you have to put all of your energy into this other area. So maybe dinner's a 6 out of 10. That's okay. you know,
Yeah.
maybe you're going to the drive through. Maybe that's the 6 out of 10 for dinner. And occasionally or sometimes it's okay to have areas in your life or times when that's what you're doing.
6 is culture.
6 is culture. It's a choice. So, yeah, think about that. I wonder for our listeners, what areas do you think a 6 out of 10 is just fine? Maybe this is something that
Yeah.
you already kind of do casually or have come to this revelation, but what areas is a 6 out of 10 just fine?
I hope this doesn't reflect
Uh-oh.
poorly on us,
What's going to happen?
but I kind of feel this way about our podcast. Like,
Mm,
we're making episodes each week. We don't have a poll for every episode how it is, but I kind of feel like if we get a 6 out of 10 on most episodes, we're doing really good. We're continuing to produce them. And like I've said before, they can't all be bangers.
they can't all be bangers.
And I think we would be really stressed out if we were trying to, like, I don't know, reveal some really amazing concept every week or something.
Yeah.
We're floating along, and I think we hit a 6 out of 10. And because of that, we have gotten to the number of episodes that we're at. It's sustainable. I guess that's what I
Right.
mean.
That's the thing. You don't burn out. You
Yeah.
don't burn out. And we see burnout happening in so many areas in so many ways these days, but it's important to get it out and just to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
You can apply this to your first draft
Right.
or just getting something out there so you don't get so hung up that you can't even begin or you can't finish it because you're so worried about, is this going to be a 10 out of 10? And when it comes to the podcast, we might think it's a 6 out of 10, but somebody else might think it's fantastic. So,
That's the thing. It's totally
and it's
subjective.
uneven. The thing that we think is great, someone else may not, This is literally something we can't control. So, just for our own peace of mind, it's good to remember, like, oh, right. Even if we didn't think it was the most amazing, it was fine.
Interesting. I've heard somebody else talk about a similar concept using more American educational context of like get a C plus, like have a C average.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe outside of a school context, like C's are okay in a lot of life. Kind of the same thing.
Right. And when it comes to college in particular, you get a degree and they're not looking at what grade you got in that art history class your
Oh,
freshman year.
Azizi, you
What?
don't know. I mean, I'm a career advisor. So this is
Yes.
what I talk to students about all of the time.
Mm,
It's a tension because you want to do well in college, and there's a lot of reasons to do well. And obviously, there are consequences if you're not doing well enough, whatever. But realistically, how many of your employers are going to look at your transcript? Very
right.
few, maybe
Yeah.
none.
Right. And especially if it's not in classes that you are majoring in or are going to go to graduate school for or not. It's just not going to matter in the grand scheme of
Yeah,
things 5 years out. It's really not going to matter. And it could seem like the end of the world in that moment. And this is why I think all parents should tell their kids that a 6 out of 10 is fine.
right.
Really, I do. I think in our society these days, we all just need to turn the pressure dial down a little bit because it's not sustainable all the time, the amount of pressure that is put on children or that we put on ourselves,
Yeah.
even as parents. Sometimes your parenting can be a 6 out of 10. Maybe you gave them some candy or they watched a little extra screen time.
Oh,
That's okay. It's okay, Malika.
I know. That's totally what it is for me. It's like, oh, are we going to watch more Cars today? Like, and Indigo's good at negotiating. He'll ask for it on the tablet or the big TV or anyway, regardless, I do need to remind myself that like it's fine. Whatever reason for today, if we need it, we need it. He's doing
Yeah,
fine.
all those snow days that you've been having when you can't leave the house, watch Cars 1, 2, and 3. It's okay.
That's funny. All right. Well, let's take a break. And when we get back, we'll discuss something that pleases us. Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready to go online cart.
Oh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
We're back with Things That Please Us, where we share about the things that bring us joy. And Malika, you have an app to share with us today.
Yes. So this came onto my radar from our favorite YouTube vlogger, Alexandra Rodriguez. It's an app called Too Good to Go, and it is designed to help people reduce food waste in their community. So the app partners with grocery stores and restaurants and coffee shops that gives them a way to sell goods at an extremely marked down price that would otherwise be thrown out at the end of the day.
Right. So tell us how the app works, Malika.
So first you sign up for the app, you create an account, you put in your zip code, and then you can see which restaurants and stores in your area are participating on this app. And it'll show you who has a surprise bag available for the day.
What's a surprise bag?
It's a surprise.
What? I love surprises.
So it's whatever that business wants to get rid of at the end of the day. It's something consumable that for whatever reason they can't sell the very next day. So maybe it's because of an expiration date thing, but the food is fine, or it's like a baked good. They serve only day of pastries or something. So you don't get to see what's in the bag ahead of time, but they give you a category like groceries or baked goods or prepared foods, and then like a general description of the types of things that might be inside. And you get to see the price, which kind of range from like $4 to $10. So you scroll through, you can see which surprise bags are available and when they can be picked up. You have to get the bag between 5 and 7 p.m. Like it's usually a time frame near the end of the day. So I paid $10 for a bag of groceries that was filled to the brim. It was a very heavy bag. I will say not everything in there was a winner, but
So
it was
6 out of
all
10, would you
edible.
say?
It was a 6 out of 10. But I think it was worth $10. Like, I think I got more value than what I paid for.
Mm.
But it was because it was a grocery category, it had like greens that were wilted, soft tomatoes, things that like they wouldn't want to sell the next day,
Right.
produce that was kind of on the edge.
You could have made a stew. Like, they
I
gave that
could have
produce
made a
another
stew.
shot.
I did cook stuff because I was like, well, I want to use this. So I did
Mhm.
saute the greens and we did use the tomatoes.
Mm.
It was a fun experience. I think the best part of it was just like going to the store to get a surprise bag, you
Yes,
know?
yes.
Felt very fun, like a little mission. And some of the other stores that I've seen in our area, like there's like a cupcake shop that has cakes and things. I haven't gone there yet because the timing hasn't worked out, but that would be a fun place to get a surprise from.
Hmm.
So I recommended this app to you first. Azizi, what's your experience been with it?
Like, I immediately downloaded the app after I talked to you and signed up for 2 surprise bags. It was so easy. It was so easy to sign up. It's so easy to use, and I almost couldn't believe just how simple it was. And it is giving, like, the Hello Kitty surprise bags that I always wanted in, like, the 4th grade where you pick it up and it's anyway, you don't know what's inside. It's pencils, it's sharpeners, so it's kind of like that. So I signed up for a bag from Kitchen Mouse, which is a really yummy vegan restaurant in Highland Park in LA, and I signed up for a Whole Foods bakery bag. And
Hi.
the thing about these, the part that's a little bit tricky is the time when they're available.
Right.
There's a window where they say you have to be available, and it's kind of at all times of the day. So some are in the middle of the day, some are very late. And so you have to be available during that window. So the kitchen mouse bag, I wasn't going to be available, but I thought Sinai might be available after school. And so she was able to, after school, go by and pick it up. You're able to share the pickup window and information with a friend. And then she went and she's like, Mom, it looks like it's closed. I'm like, just knock on the door. She knocked on the door and they gave her the bag. And it's like, I don't know what this is. It turned out because I was coming home that late. I had a late meeting. So I was like so excited to know what it was. I asked my husband, Grayson, what is it? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh no. And so when I came home, it was a tofu scramble with roasted vegetables in it. And I thought it was delicious. And Grayson ate it. Snai was not having it, but the two of us ate it.
It was good?
I thought it was really good. I like vegan food, and it was good enough for Grayson to eat, and I had some for lunch the next day, and I think I paid $5 for it, and we got a tray of vegan scramble with roasted vegetables. Now, mind you, this is a vegan restaurant, so that's what we're
Sure.
gonna get. And then in the bag that I picked up later that night from Whole Foods, again, very exciting. You walk in, go to customer service, show them the code, they hand you a bag. It was a lot of breakfast foods like lemon pastries and chocolate chip scones, and
Mhm.
then like a caramel crumble, some kind of dessert. And they were delicious. Now, the lemon pastry was a little stale, but I put it in the freezer because if I put it in the toaster oven, it's going to be delicious. It'll be fine. And I think I paid $8 for that bag. So I have another bag order tonight. We'll see when it
Ooh.
comes, another one from Whole Foods. But I think this is fun to play with. So
Yeah.
I prefer the map view
Okay.
versus the recommended for you view because depending on where you're at in the city or how far you want to drive, there's more available to you. But I think this is good for people to know.
Yeah, I get the sense that the app is kind of new, so hopefully more restaurants and establishments will participate. But it is fun and it's a good cause. It's nothing I would like plan a meal around because you don't know what you're going to get. But I think the adventure aspect is worth it.
Yeah, when I did it, I felt like I was contributing to dinner in the most chaotic way. It's like, well, let's make this work, And again, a good cause. This is food that would have gone to waste. These restaurants are giving it another chance. And then for the restaurant, they're making a little money on something they would not have made money on.
Right.
And then also, it reminded me about some restaurants I hadn't thought about in a while. So there's
Mm,
kind of a win win.
that's great. Let us know if you try Too Good to Go and what it's like in your area. If you have a fun time, we'd love to hear about it.
What goodies do you get? All right, let's take a break. And when we get back, we'll do peaks and valleys.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
And we are back with peaks and valleys. Because in life, there are always peaks and valleys. Today is an even episode. So, Azizi, what is your peak?
Okay, I'm giving myself a peak after having given myself a valley for car maintenance. So I technically shouldn't celebrate because I pushed it out so far. Taking care of some basic things with my car, like getting an oil change, addressing a slow leak in my tire. But you know what? I finally did it, and the error message is gone from my dashboard. So every
Yay!
time I turn on my car, it doesn't yell at me, and it feels so good. Like I'm a responsible adult now, driving without these things that I need to take care of. And I also took my dog to get his vaccines today. Like he was
Oh,
due for some vaccines, made the appointment, brought him in. So proud of myself for doing these basic adulting things that you should not have to give yourself credit for.
I'm proud of you too. Hey, 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 hey. You get credit for
Okay.
everything,
All right.
okay? There's no neutral here.
You're right.
You're doing things, it's positive, even if it is a maintenance thing. It's a peak.
It's a peak because I always struggle to find the time to do these things.
Yeah.
And so it's both a peak and a reminder that I should prioritize these kinds of things, but I'm glad I finally did.
Good job.
Thank you. Malika, what's your valley?
So my valley, it's kind of more of an existential check-in
Okay.
where I am in the year. It's early in the year, but I think as many people have a lot of planning energy in early January and like, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to do, these are my systems. And I think just the circumstances of the year, probably starting, I don't know, mid-January. I don't know when it started, but basically the last couple weeks, I feel like I'm just keeping up and then recovering from keeping up
Hmm.
versus like making plans and then following through on them. And I think it's okay because a lot has happened, everything with our parents and Norma's had some travels. There's been some solo parenting for both of us.
Hmm.
Anyway, it's all fine. Life is fine. And I realize I have this tension of like, oh, I want to get back to being a little bit more proactive and like feeling ahead of the ball.
Hmm.
Like,
Ahead of the ball. Is it the ball or the game? I don't know. I get
I think
it.
it's ahead of the ball. So just acknowledging that feeling.
Right. Like you're feeling out of sync or not
Yes,
in rhythm in the way that you want to be or you have
exactly.
before. Oh, I know all about that. And I think it is, I mean, obviously, it is all the trauma and all the energy we've had to put into supporting our parents and you coming out here unexpectedly. And,
Yeah,
while all of that is great and there were a lot of wonderful parts of all that time and that support, it meant that we had to put other things on hold
right.
for a while. And then it always takes some momentum to get back to it. I completely understand. Yeah, I feel like I am trying to get back into the upward spiral,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
It'll come.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you gonna try this week?
I think I'm going to try to proactively schedule some maintenance. Some of it, like oil changes,
Yes!
happen regularly. Like I can't anticipate when I might have to do it again. So maybe I'll try to put it on the calendar so it doesn't take so long.
I like it.
What about you, Malika?
I think I'm going to look at Too Good to Go, like, in my work area and see if there's anything I could pick up
Ah,
on the way home one day this week.
it's a good idea. Maybe you'll have dinner.
Maybe we'll have dinner.
You
Or
never know.
this cupcake place I'm thinking about, I know is closer to work, so maybe the
Or,
timing will work out for that.
yeah, dessert's good too.
All right, thank you for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description. If you like us, please rate, review, and tell a friend, and don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com. Also, we have merch. Check out our link in our show notes.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Malika, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Azizi. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Where's the mouse?
Arr.
Kitchen mouse is not a great image for a restaurant. To be like a
Oh,
mouse in the kitchen.
I don't know. It's like Ratatouille.
I know. I mean, I remember Kitchen Mouse from when it opened. I think I went there once.
Yeah.
Good food.
Yeah.
But like just thinking about mice in the kitchen is not good for
It's
me.
memorable. Talking about it.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.